Really, Ned? This is what you decided to do on your first day in your new house? Really?
I cannot give you back your homes or restore your dead to life, but perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Hey guys, my name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and welcome to my channel. This is my very first Let's Play on YouTube, and I'm really excited to get started. I'm going to be doing the Game of Thrones / Royal Kingdoms challenge. If you've never heard of these challenges before, I'm going to put the link in the description box below, but a basic overview is you have multiple different kingdoms in your Sims 4 game in all of the different mini worlds that exist. So in Windenburg, Oasis Springs, and all of the other places, and Newcrest, you're going to have different families running each area, and they have different nobles and peasants and different venues that they can go to, and you basically interact like you would interact with different kingdoms, trying to trade, get married, have festivals, all these different types of things. And so I kind of meshed that with the Game of Thrones challenge, where I'm having Game of Thrones characters be the people ruling the different kingdoms. So this is going to be a really interesting challenge. It's going to be more of a story than a challenge, but I'm really excited to get started with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. Here we go, guys, and we are starting on the beginning of our family, and let me introduce you guys to Eddard Stark, or Ned Stark, and the rest of the Stark family. So this is Ned. I try to keep it as like medieval as possible, and if you guys could believe it, there's not a lot of medieval type based stuff for The Sims 4. I was kind of annoyed by that. I was looking and looking, and I only found like basic stuff like this. The royal family are the only people who have multiple outfits. A lot of the other peasants only have like a one or two outfits. So this is Ned, and I got his hair to look a certain way, and I think he looks pretty good. He has this outfit, which is pretty basic. I didn't want to make it look too fancy because he's still supposed to be kind of Middle Earthy. I gave him a second outfit just to include the sword, because I figured it would be really cool to have like all of the knights or the warriors have a sword. Not that they're going to be fighting with people, but hint hint, they might end up killing some people, just so you guys are aware that we're probably going to have a little bit of like death, and things are going to be happening a lot. Some people are going to get like mad or upset, and you never know, someone might get a little bit hurt. So this is Ned's ordinary outfit, one of his ordinary outfits, and his ordinary outfit with his sword. His formal wear is pretty much just like the knight thing that you get with The Sims 4, and I gave him a crown. It's the bigger crown because I was just like, well, he's the king of the north in our Let's Play, so he's going to be king in this area. His athletic wear was pretty much the same. The rest of his outfits are pretty much the same as his ordinary outfit, because we're talking about people who don't have like multiple different outfits to wear all the time. So I made it real easy on you guys and on myself. Sleepwear is pretty much just a robe. His party wear is the same thing except without the crown. Swimwear, real basic. And then, but the only people who have like really fancy outfits are just the girls. I kind of kept all the guys a little bit more basic. And this is Catelyn, and I loved this hair. Like, I'm really obsessed with it. Hair is like one of my favorite things to pick up for CC in The Sims 4. Stealthic is like one of my favorites. This is a Stealthic hair in like a red, and I didn't know which red to choose. Like, I think my favorite one is the hair, and I think his crown. This crown is amazing. So this is her fancy wear. Like, The girls are the only ones that have like multiple different like fancier looking outfits. This is her fancy wear. Her basic wear is this, because she was very like conservative dressing. She didn't go flashy or anything like that, like Marjorie or like Cersei. So I gave her like this pretty basic thing that you can get. It came with one of the game packs. It's not CC, but it's really nice, and I thought it flattered her. So there's that. Her formal wear, her athletic wear is pretty much the same, but I gave her a little bit of like peasant one. I have a couple of ones like this. As soon as I see where I can find it. Where'd it go? No! I don't want to touch her hair. But it's like a bunch of different, like it's a skirt and a little blousey thing with a little bit of a corset. It's a little bit more peasantish, and a lot of the peasants and merchants that I put into the world have this type of outfit, but I gave it to hers, and her athletic wear. Her sleepwear is pretty basic. I got it from the what's it called? The Relax expansion pack, that one where they gave everybody yoga, like, which I thought was weird, but yoga works. And then this is her party wear. It's pretty much the same as her formal wear, except without the crown. I pretty much took the crown off for most of them. I think the girls have different outfits for party wear. I think that's pretty much it. And then the swimwear. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing, because we don't have a lot of like medieval stuff, I'm kind of improvising, so I'm asking you guys to use your imaginations. Like, work with me here, because there's only so much I can do with only a few CC. So this is Rob, and the only reason he doesn't look like he does in the show is because I tried to go a little bit more off the book description of them, and they kind of look like they did in the books. Like, the show stays pretty true to how they look in the books, but Rob does have like darker, like a little bit darker brownish red hair, so that's why I gave him that. He pretty much looks like his dad. His outfits are pretty much the same. He also has the sword. He has a smaller crown and a suit of armor, athletic wear, sleepwear. His sleepwear looks a little bit different, but it's still pretty much the same. Really straightforward. Party wear is the same. Swimwear, small trunks, rocking those shorts. Now there's Sansa. I actually like this one. This is like a really cute like skirt and set that I found when I was looking for CC for this challenge, and it looks really nice. And oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys all their traits. I'm a horrible Let's Player. Okay, so I made Ned. Let's start from the beginning. I made Ned have a big happy family trait because he values family over all else. So big happy family. Let's see if I can show you guys. Big happy family. This sim wants to build a large loving household, and they also get the domestic trait. We'll see their familial relationships grow stronger and faster. He's outgoing. Means have these sims gain powerful moodlets from friendly socialization, and have their social need to cake quickly and gain more negative moodlets when their social need is low. So I did this one because he seems to get along with everyone. Like, there's no one who doesn't really like him, unless they're like completely evil. So I'm saying that people pretty much like him, so he's pretty easy to get along with. He's family oriented, of course, because he's Ned Stark and he loves his kids, and he's good because he is very duty bound and honor bound, and he's always trying to live by the rules, which makes him like an interesting character, but also kind of boring sometimes. And let's go over Catelyn's traits. Her pretty much the same. She values her family over all else, so I gave her the big happy family trait. Aspiration, the domestic section. She's creative too, because she was also really interesting when it came to like battle tactics. When during I think season 2, when she was helping Rob try and like take over or become King of the North, she was very helpful, and so I was like, okay, well, she's probably a little bit creative and interesting. Like, she's not a stay-at-home mom, but she's also like she got a little bit of spice to her. So I was like, okay, let's make her creative. She's family oriented and she's a perfectionist, so she doesn't like anything that isn't like as she expects it to be, which I thought that was very true to her. And so Rob, who is still in his underwear, and he also has the big happy family trait, because like most of what I've seen, none of the Starks actually wanted to take over anything. They all just wanted to stay in Winterfell, take care of their own, and be by themselves and take care of their family, which is why he's also family oriented, but he's also confident and self-assured. So self-assured Sims, these Sims tend to be confident, so he knows his abilities. And I made all of the guys active. I don't think I made Ned active. No, I didn't make Ned active. But all of the sons, I think I made them active because they're trying to be knights or rulers. So I was like, okay, let's try and make them active. I think I made, who else did I make up? Maybe I made Bran active. Nope, I made him a whiz kid. So I think I was just trying to, but he's active. And then there's Sansa, who's looking for her soulmate. That's her aspiration. This one, Sim wants to find and live a rewarding life with the one. And she also got the alluring trait. Alluring Sims are more successful at romance than others. So I was thinking she's gonna be have a little bit of fun. She wants to find her one true love. She loves like the idea of romance and fairy tales, and so she thinks that's how her life is going to go. And as we all know from what happens in the books and in the stories, that's not necessarily how her life goes. And so we're going to see how her life's going to go in our little story. And so I made her an insider. This Sim loves being in clubs and tend to be happiest when they're surrounded by their friends. So she wants to be accepted and wants to be part of a group. And then she's also a romantic. So she tends to be flirty and becomes sad if she has any romantic social interactions for a period of time. So I thought she could get in a little bit of trouble because of her ideas about how love is supposed to work. And this is her everyday wear, and I thought it was really cute. It's a nice set of CC that I picked up. Like I said earlier, her formal wear is a lot like this. I thought hers would look a little bit more risque than her mom's, but it's also really pretty. Like, this dress is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. As soon as I can get it to turn. But look at it. It's so cute. And then she also has the same crown like her mom, but hers is just a different color. She looks so pretty. I love the skin that I got for this, and her hair is great. Her hair is also a stealthic hair. So then this is her active wear, which is a little more peasant-ish. Please ignore the tennis shoes. Same thing from the spa pack. It's just pretty much a robe. And then this one looks a lot more like her mom's, and it looks a little bit more laid back, but it's really pretty. And then her swimwear. And then Arya. And Arya's a child just because she is also younger than Sansa, but like I kind of had to mess with their ages a little bit because Robb is a young adult, Sansa's a teenager, and Arya is a child, Bran is a child, and then Jon Snow is a young adult. And then if we want to include Rickon, then we're going to have to have Cat and Ned have kids, to have another kid. But if not, we don't have to. But I was trying to think of like the best way to do this, and like there's only so many Sims that you can have in a household, and I didn't really want to include like a baby because I didn't think that would be that interesting. But we can always include it later if you guys want to. So there's Arya. I made her a rambunctious scamp because she wants to be like just like the boys, and she doesn't want to be like princessy and like look for love like Sansa. So she's going to be a rambunctious scamp, and she's active. And so she has a little bit more like CC for medieval for kids than I actually thought they would, but it's mostly for the girls. So this is her everyday wear. It's pretty much a basic dress. Her fancy wear looks a lot similar to her sister's and her mom's. Her active wear is pretty much the same dress. Her sleepwear is a robe because I'm lazy. And her party wear is like a little bit more fancy, but not too fancy. And then this is her swimwear because like they don't have anything else for them to wear, and like I can't seem to find it. So we're gonna have to use our imaginations, guys. And then this is Bran, and this one, I know it looks like he's a cave boy, but I could not find anything else. And truthfully, it looks fine, but they don't seem to have anything for teenagers, for boys specifically, when it comes to like medieval stuff. I have to like improvise a lot of the time. So he is a whiz kid, and whiz kids, these Sims want to be the smartest kid in school, and because of his powers and because of the way he is, like he wanted, or he still wants, to be a knight and be a warrior like his brothers, but he also has like that leaning towards the mental, and he's very creative. So I figured that would make a really great trait for him. This is like, there's no rhyme or reason for the traits that I'm picking. They're more of like how I feel that they should go and how I think their characters are. And so this is his everyday wear, and this is his formal wear, like legit. Like I have absolutely, like there is nothing else I could put him in. Active wear is pretty much the same except a different color. Sleepwear is a robe. Like there's just a lot of robes. And his party wear, like I didn't think he'd be in a lot of things because he's younger, and so he doesn't need to actually go to any like major parties or things like that. He's probably gonna stay at the house the whole time. And his swimwear. And for the one everyone loves, Jon Snow! I had a lot of fun doing him. Like, it took me forever to find the right hair, and even now I'm not sure if I like it, but it's still like the best that I could do. And so there's Jon Snow. I made him. His long-term aspiration is leader of the pack, and so that's came with the get-together expansion pack, and it means this sim wants to be the leader of the best club in town. So we're going to have clubs for like royalty, for merchants, and for peasants, and so they're going to all be able to get together in their own clubs. And so he wants to be the leader of a club, so we're going to say that that means he wants to sit on the Iron Throne, or at least be the King of the North at some point. And these sims are gregarious. These sims build friendly relationships faster. I gave him the insider trait because he wants to be accepted, because he's still like a bastard and he's not really accepted by his family, but he wants to be. He's good because, like his dad, he has like an idea of how things should be and that people should be treated fairly and that life should be like everyone should get a chance of living. And he's such a good sim, so I decided to make him that. And outgoing because most people like Jon. Like he always seems to find friends wherever he goes, so I decided that would be a really good trait for him. So this is his outfit. It's pretty much like his brothers and his dad's, except his is a slightly different color. And I did that on purpose because he is still slightly an outsider in his family. He also gets a sword. I don't think he doesn't get armor because he's not legitimate. So this is his formal wear too. Like he doesn't get armor, and I feel kind of bad for him about that. But he has to work up to it. If he becomes king, he'll totally get armor. And he does. This is his athletic wear. Sleepwear. I thought this was funny. I love this shirt. Like I picked up these shirts a long time ago, and it's like has the Jon Snow logo like in different colors and like with him inside of a wolf, and I thought it was so great. And it's like one of my favorite shirts that I ever picked up. And I just have my characters, my sims wear it occasionally. But when I saw that I actually was doing this, I was like, I have to make him wear it because irony. And so this is his party wear because he still doesn't have armor. And then his shorts. And there's only one other character that we're going to have to interact with for the first episode of this Let's Play, because she is the maid and her name is Arise Tollett, and she is a pretty little thing. I love her. She is a peasant actually, but she lives and works in the castle in Winterfell, and I'm just going to introduce you guys to her before we go and let you guys see the world that I built for this Let's Play. And then once we do that, then I'm going to kind of close this out and then show you guys, and we'll get to the actual gameplay next time. So this is Arise, and she is a serial romantic. And serial romantic sims are, this sim wants to play the field and go on dates with all sorts of interesting people. So Arise has a story, and I'm going to slowly share that with you guys as we go through the Let's Play. But she is a very interesting character, and I just love the ideas that I built up around her. We'll kind of get to know her a little bit as the story goes on. But since we have serial romantic, she's also alluring, and she is an evil sim, so these sims become happy around sims with negative moodlets, can laugh maniacally, discuss evil plans, and become angry when interacting with good sims. So she has a little bit of a mean streak, a little bit. She is very out for herself. She's very confident too, so I gave her the self-assured trait. And she's a genius, so she has a lot of ideas and a lot of things that she thinks she can get done, and she has her own agendas. And she's really pretty, and she knows how to use that to her advantage. I think she's just like, I loved her. I love the idea of her. So I was like, let's add her in, because we need it, because we have peasants, and so I wanted to see how the interactions between the people working in the castle and the people living in the castle were going to work. And because we're just building this, she's going to be the only one working in the castle so far. But as we grow our world, we're going to have more and more Sims in our castle. So this is Arise, and this is her first outfit. It's a little bit showing off the cleavage a little bit, but that's fine. It's part of her appeal. It's her everyday outfit. It's pretty easy and looks really cute on her. Her formal wear, she doesn't really have any. Like, all of these things are just like for show. Like, she's never going to be out of this because she works for a living. So she doesn't need her formal wear or active wear. Like, all of this stuff is not medieval, so it means we're not using it. We might use this one. Like, she might sneak into a party, but we're not using any of these other ones. She's pretty much going to stay in her everyday wear most of the time. And that's pretty much how all of the other characters are going to go. Like, the merchant has maybe 2 outfits, but most of the peasants only have 1 outfit. And we're going to try and keep them only in those outfits, because if we're trying to be at least as realistic as possible, they can only stay in that one outfit, because how many peasants do you know that have enough money for multiple outfits? So, this is Arise. You guys are gonna love her. I hope so. Anyway, you could also love to hate her. That works too. But let's get started. Or at least let me show you guys around. And once I show you guys around, we can kind of, like, I'll show you what the castle looks like. Don't want to manage households. So this is House Stark. I downloaded a Winterfell off of the gallery, and I made some, like, basic changes to it. But as you guys can see, I pretty much deleted everything on this map and added new things of my own. The park is completely different. Houses are completely different. The shops and things are completely different. And we're going to try, but we're going to hopefully try and make it so that all of these places, all of the Sims stay in this world right now. We have the library, which I'm going to call the Sept at this point. And we're going to change the names of everything. This is the gym where the merchants' sons and noble sons and, like, royalty are going to come and work out. This is the Wolf, which is the nightclub, which is going to have, like, we can go out there and look for a little bit of fun. This is the woodworking place, so this is where people get furniture and like little type of figurines. It's where the merchants, the first merchant people who live in this world, sell their stuff. And so this is going to be our first trade thing. So in all of the other worlds, no one else could have, like, a woodworking shop. They could probably have, like, an entertainer club. They could probably have, like, a club where people make money. They could have like a bakery or something like that. But we're going to start with woodworking, and woodworking is only going to be here. So if people in, like, Oasis Springs or Windenburg with their main royalty want something woodworked, they have to come through the Starks to get it. And so let me show you guys a few of the different houses. So this is the Tallett house. So this is where Arise lives. She has her grandmother and her daughter. They both live here. And then there's a couple different empty houses if people kind of expand their families. This is the merchant house. So this is the castles, and it has 2 parents and their son and daughter who are married. Like, it's their daughter and their son-in-law. This is Castle Serwyn. They're mentioned, like, a little bit in the books and in the show, but not enough. So I decided to, like, pull them out of the ashes and see how they would react. They're a very interesting story. If you guys want to learn about them, I'll put, like, their wiki in the description if you want to hear about, like, their basics of how their story works. But we're going to kind of build them up on their own, and we'll introduce you guys to them. And we're pretty much going to switch houses or switch characters every 2 to 3 days or every 2 to 3 episodes, depending on what you guys think. Arise is going to be in this household, so we'll be able to use her because she's going to be doing a lot of the cooking and cleaning, so the Starks aren't going to do any of it. But all the other houses are going to have all their own special little things. So we'll spend time with the castles, we'll spend time with the Serwins and the Tallett house, depending on how long we stay with one place, who you guys like better, etc, etc. So let me guys show you Winterfell, since this is going to be the first house that we work with in our next episode, because I didn't realize that this is going to be so long. Intro episodes take forever. Like, you never get to do anything. But hopefully you guys are excited, and we'll be able to kind of explore, and I'll be able to show you guys around before we actually get into the nitty-gritty next episode. So 1 minute while my game takes forever. Like, this thing is like, it's like the pinwheel of death on Macs. Like, I used to have a Mac, and the rainbow pinwheel of death was my issue. Like, I disliked it so much. I could not deal with it. Okay. So everyone's kind of like here. Let me see what everyone's doing. Is everybody okay? I think everybody's okay. But let me show you guys around. So, like I said, I've downloaded this from the gallery, but I made some basic changes. It's pretty big, actually. I'll show you guys all the way to the top. The tippity top. So this is the castle. There's a courtyard and a few basic areas. A lot of like access to the outside. And I thought it looked really nice. Kudos to whoever built it. I do not have the name on me, but I'll put the link, or at least the name, in the description for who built this. It looks really nice. But I made some basic edits just so I can make it slightly more livable for like the number of people that I was putting in here. And so let me show you guys around. So this is the servants' quarters, the bathroom, like a couple beds, major bed, a few extra beds. These are bars, actually. So these are like little tankards of ale, and I decided that I was like, yay, this is so cool. And this has become like a bar, so someone can come and make a drink here. And so this is basically where the servants kind of hang out, woodworking stations for them to practice like a skill or something like that. This is like a little playground for the kids, and the more like in the outside if they feel like doing something. This is like the banquet hall. That's how I decided that it was. So they have like areas to sit. If you guys remember this area from the intro, this is where they kind of sit and talk to people about domestic things and politics and stuff like that. And this is the like place where everyone comes to eat, a little bit of dining room. You can see that Aris is having like a fun conversation with Rob, and Sansa decided to come in and be like, oh, what are you talking to my brother for? Who are you? And so this is the throne room. And then this is a little bit of a study over here for Ned if he wants to study. We go down one. This is the kitchen. Only Aris and whoever other peasant we decide to bring in here works down here. Also a woodworking station, bathroom thing, little chairs made out of barrels, little thing just for them to sit down for a second. And ooh, I want to show you guys this because it's so cute. This is a fridge. Oh my gosh. I was so excited when I saw this. Like, I was so excited. Like, I didn't even know that they made stuff like that. Like, whoever designed this is amazing. Because I was just like, ooh, I can have a barrel as a fridge. I can have a barrel as a fridge. And, like, I try to make everything as, like, medieval as possible. Like, this is, like, as close as I can get with, like, the stoves that are available. There's, like, a few that you can use. Like, this is a fireplace. But they also have, like, bakery stoves that are huge that I might put in here, actually. But, like, the counters and stuff and everything I had to basically, like, use from what was there on Sims 4. There isn't much that actually goes with the theme all that much. I really wish we had, like, the medieval expansion pack. Oh, let me show you guys over here. This is where the weirwood is. Like, or at least that I decided is the weirwood. Stop disappearing. So, it doesn't actually look like a weirwood. It's, like, a cherry blossom tree. But it's as close as I could get it. This is where, like, we have, like, a few gardening places. Since it's snowing all the time here, we don't have a ton of, like things that people can plant, but just a little bit of things so like Sansa can get her gardening skill up. Place for like a little fire pit, place for people to sit if they want to like contemplate, and Ned wants to think about like, the weight of the world on his shoulders, stuff like that. Next level. So this is Ned and Kat's room. It has like a little chair, some books, another sofa type thing, place to put this, a really big fireplace. I think I put like a speaker in here somewhere so that they could dance if they felt like dancing. And then this over here. Let's go over here. This is Sansa's room. That one's Sansa's. This is... Whose is this? This is Rob's. And then this is Arya's and Bran's. And then this is John's all the way over here. And then they have a little bathroom right here. Which, also a thing that I want to show you guys. Because I love when I find really cool CC things. This is an actual shower. Like, you go like that, and it like you actually shower here. Like, I put this here because like as a privacy screen, but like technically I could put it behind like a wall or something, or like a half wall. But this is actually turned into a shower, and I was like, oh wow, whoever designed that is also awesome. And then this I made into like an activity room. Like, we're gonna pretend that these things are things that people could be able to get in the medieval / like Middle Earth area. This is like a place for boxing. So basically like a place where all of the kids can come and like learn skills if they need to, like after they do their homework and they have to get up a skill. So there's like music and creativity and stuff like that, and learning plants and everything. So they have a little way of kind of upping their skills without having to leave the castle. Because I mean, like, they have enough money, they can afford a skills room. That's pretty much it. Everyone seems to like kind of enjoy the place. I built it in like it took me a few hours. Actually, it took me a few hours over a couple of days. So like I got it and I kind of messed with it. The entire world took me a little bit actually, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed this part of our series and are going to enjoy like the way that we decide to like build our stories, put some ideas of what you guys want like our first storylines to be, like the main conflicts that we want our characters to go through. Do you guys want to follow like the books and the stories? Do you want like the Baratheons to come and say, come with us and bring your daughters so we can marry them off? Or do you guys want to like spend some time here, get to know a little bit more about the characters? And oh wait, there's a fire. Oh my gosh, there's a fire. Ned, what did you do? Why are you down here? Are you kidding me? Well, that's a great way to like end our part. I'm going to try and like, seriously? Like, this is what you want to do? Like, the first day in your new house? Ugh, Ned. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you discovered fire. Oh my goodness. How are we gonna... Alright guys, well, I'm gonna put this out and I will see you guys later with our family who is no longer on fire. Oh wow. Okay. Bye guys! If you liked this video, please leave a like and /or subscribe. If you have any comments, concerns, or smart remarks to give me, please leave them in the comments below and I will check you guys later.